Alright guys, well, welcome back to Smoking Meats. It's official. I have now won the chili championship at work. It's an office of about, I don't know, 300 people, and I won. So I'm teaching you guys today how to do it. It's a super simple recipe. It's called on the top or over the top smoked chili. I'm gonna be using the Masterbuilt Gravity Series 800, but let's just jump right into it. You can use any smoker. I actually cooked the winning pot on a box smoker in a different location, so you can use whatever you want. All right, so I made everything really easy, guys. First, you're gonna grab one can of just use any chili beans of your choice. So you don't have to drain any of these. So we'll go ahead and just start dumping all these in. You're gonna want to get a like a large Dutch oven or something cast iron to be able to put in a smoker. So whatever you use there is fine. So one of those. I actually used one can of butter beans, again, not drained. Jump that in there. All that in. Today we're using 2 cans. I was requested to do extra butter beans, so if you don't like those, you can change it out. This is the best part about chilies. You can change it out however you want. This one I highly recommend. This is Serious Bean Company's Dude Perfect collab, jalapeno bacon pinto beans. So really good stuff here. Dump that in, a little thicker. And right now you're just making the base up. So this is easy as can be. Let me get that all the way out. You're gonna need 1 can of tomato soup, just standard Campbell's condensed. You know, dump that in there. This stuff's a little thicker. And what I end up doing is I use the next step, which is beef broth, pour it in here. So just standard beef broth. You can use lower sodium, you can use cheap stuff. To me, it doesn't really matter. The flavor is in the smoke. So 1 can of this. So since these tomato soup cans kind of collect the tomato soup, just, you know, swirl it around there nice. And we'll get that poured in. Now the good thing is if you don't like a soupy chili, this can cook off. You can keep cooking it off. So I always add a little extra just because these are kind of small. So 1 can is good. And again, that's pretty much it. At this point, I typically add a chili seasoning to get that started in there, and then we'll add the vegetables next. So go ahead and dump this. This is Brooks, just mild, nothing crazy to it. If you like spicier, please feel free to add spicier. Chili flavoring, chili seasoning is kind of up to you. Pick whichever one you like. Then we're gonna do 1 chopped red bell pepper. Dump that in. Then, oh, forgot one. Then we're gonna do 1 chopped green bell pepper. Dump that in. Then we're gonna do 1 chopped onion. This is actually a half onion. For where I'm making it today, was requested less onion. So I usually do 1 full sweet onion, yellow onion in the pot. Let that cook down. If you don't like onion, you don't have to use it. I think it adds a lot of flavor. Guys, totally forgot the last ingredient, Rotel. I had these in a different spot for some reason. 1 can of Rotel. You can add more if you like a little bit more, or you can use the different variants of Rotel, the hot, the spicy, those kind of ones. So this is just standard can of Rotel. Vital. Definitely add the Rotel. I think it adds a ton of flavor, so do that. All right, let's mix it up, smoker it. Let's get to the meat. All right, guys, so the next step is actually the messiest part. I did wash my hands. We're not wearing gloves today. I'm cooking at home, so sorry in the comments if you don't like it. I bet you've cooked with gloves before too. So 1 pound of ground beef. I typically go less lean, so like an 80-20. I think this one is actually the super lean, so it's like 96.4. It doesn't really matter. I like the fattier because the fattier drippings and the seasoning goes into the pot of chili, but it's up to you. So 1 pound of that, we're gonna throw that in a bowl. And then just 1 pound of Italian sausage. So the Italian sausage, this is mild. I don't recommend the hot because it has stronger Italian flavorings. You just really want the pork. So you can do just straight pork too, ground pork. I find the Italian is what I use in the championship chili, and it does have a little extra flavor. So we're gonna go ahead and add that in. These are gonna get mixed up. Make sure your paper comes off. There, these are gonna get mixed up. And then I actually use my special. This is my smoking SPG. So this is, and I'll put the recipe in in the description. But this is a smoked paprika, granulated garlic, pepper, salt, little MSG, and this stuff is the secret sauce to eventually put the rub on this. So let's go ahead and mix this up, and then I will season it, and then we'll get it on top on the grill. So you're gonna make a big meatball here. Okay, so once you've gotten it into this nice mixed shape, you're gonna see lots of pork, lots of beef. You want plenty of surface area to smoke. So I'm gonna put this down, I'm gonna go wash my hands, and then we're gonna season this up and get it on the smoker. Okay, I wash my hands. It's better when you have a helper, but throw a glove on so I don't have to go back in while I'm filming. So again, take your rub, and you can use whatever barbecue rub you like. However, this to me is the secret sauce, so just really basic, but you want to be liberal with it. Go ahead and just almost lost that one. Keep doing it. I haven't usually done this sitting down, so be liberal, just like you're rubbing a a piece of pork basically. So you want to pat that in there, keep spinning it. I'm doing it in the bowl now since it's easier, but you guys get the point. Get it really liberal in there. This is just the outside, remember, so there's a lot of chili. There's also a lot of meat on the inside that's not seasoned, so you're not over seasoning, and all this is going to help really get cooked nicely. So make sure all sides of your meatball are fully covered, and then we're going to take this guy and chuck it on the smoker, and I'll show you just how to place it, but obviously over the top of your chili. Oh yeah. All right guys, so easy. Got your meatball, you got your chili already on the smoker. That's why it's vital to have a cast iron. So go ahead and set that on there right over the top. So as this cooks, and again 250 degrees, you want to make sure you're going to turn the heat up after this gets to 150. So we'll keep checking the internal temperature of the meatball. Once we hit 150, we're going to take the meatball, we're going to go break it down, we're going to put it into the chili, and then we're going to come back and turn this up to 325 to cook it further. And at that stage you can cook as long as you want. So once you get this to 150, break it down, put it in the chili, 325, and cook it until you're done. It's also a great chili to have for when you don't know when people are coming over. You can just let it smoke and smoke and smoke, and then pull it off when they get here. So we'll let this get going, guys, and we will come back in about an hour. Oh, and for those of you that are curious, I'm rocking charcoal, so this is just a briquette. Pretty smoky in there. And I'm also rocking apple wood, and in the hopper I've got some hickory. So for those of you that are Masterbuilt fans, again, briquettes, I think I'm using Kingsford Competition. A little bit of apple mix all the way through the hopper, and then I've got some hickory down here with some splits. So you can do whatever you want, but obviously that's what I'm doing today. Okay, we are at 150 degrees as per the Masterbuilt temp probe. Look how juicy that ball of meat looks, and it's been dripping in there the whole time. So quickly, just do a little stir. You can see it still dripping. Give this a little stir. We're going to be bringing this in momentarily, and we'll go ahead and bring this in, let it cool for a second, put it on a pan here, and then we're going to break it down and incorporate it into the chili base and stir it around a little more, put it back on the smoker, keep things going. All right, let's break it up, guys. It's going to be really juicy at first. The last time I did this, I got my shirt all messy, but just use a couple of wooden spoons, or you can use a knife. Just get a first view in there. That's looking really nice. So go ahead and just break it up. It's chili meat at this point, so just beat the heck out of it. There's really no rhyme or reason. I figured 2 wooden spoon looking things was an easy way to do this, but you just want to chop it up to the point where you don't get a big mouthful of one giant piece of meat. You want to break it up so it's nice and small, so it's all throughout every bite of chili. And this bark that you formed by smoking it really gets softer once it goes in the chili, but it just adds so much flavor. But break it up, and then we're just going to take this out back to the grill and pull that top grate off, and then we're just going to incorporate this, mix it around, and let that chili smoke for another hour or so, and we'll be ready to eat, and we'll get right there. So let's go get this back on the grill. All right, guys, so chili's on. Carefully move this to the center now. Obviously pretty warm in there. Just go ahead and incorporate that back in. Try not to lose any of it on the way. Oh, that one's a little snack. Get this back in there. And once you got this in, this is pretty much the hard part. We're going to mix it around. We're going to let it set up in here for hour and a half. If you are cooking for people and you're not sure when they're going to arrive, this is a great dish for that, like I said earlier. But let this just settle and get happy in here. And I like to not stir it at this point and let the top get a nice char to it, and then stir that in. And once you get that, you'll be done and ready to serve. One last thing, guys, right here. We're gonna go up to 325 at this point. Oops, a little too far there. 325. The reason I do that is you're gonna get an extra little layer of char there, but let your smoker or Masterbuilt Gravity Series get up to that 325. And yeah, you can keep doing it at the lower temperature, but I always turn it up at this point. Alrighty, it's been about 45 minutes. You can do longer. Like I said, hour, 2 hours, whatever you want. See this nice cover you got here? That's really what you're looking for. That'll really be a nice chili once that's all done. So guys, right now, this is really hot. So we're gonna go ahead and throw our lid on. Our nice Lodge 7 quart. I'll put the link in the description for that guy. Awesome cast iron Dutch oven. Expensive, but awesome. Go ahead and close that down. Take this in the house. Cool it off for 10 to 15 minutes or more. If you're in this Dutch oven, it's gonna stay warm for a long time. And then you're ready to eat. So we'll get to that part next. All right, guys, well, it's all done. I know it's a little out of focus, but this chili is fantastic. Got my cornbread, got some little cheddar mixed on top. You can add a little dollop of sour cream, but honestly, I don't do that. So here we go, first bite. Yeah, a little bit of spice, smoky, smoky meat. Not too soupy at all, which is really nice. There's a butter bean, that's just awesome. Onions did a great job. That Rotel, you can even taste the tomatoes. Yeah, awesome. You'll definitely be a popular one at your next chili cook-off, and I hope you do well. If you're not doing it for a cook-off, you're doing it at home, great for a nice cold day. Enjoy, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it as I'm growing this channel, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.